I would like to offer you a response, and a clear and concise response at that. In regards to your question, man, if you would indulge me but for a second, I think I can clear some stuff up. Let's have a conversation.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
Am I just delusional, or people asking other people out on dates is kind of like old school? Like the last time, I don't even remember. I don't even remember the last time someone was like, "Hey, would you want to go on a date with me?" Like, I'm gonna start saying it again. Okay, yeah, people still hang out in a romantic way, obviously, but like to explicitly ask someone out on a date and use those specific words, especially someone that you don't really know that well, like that's like a different kind of thing. Like, would you want to go out on a date with me? Like, when was the last time someone asked you that?
We're in 2025, ma'am. And what you're asking about has severely been diminished by feminism, by social media, and by your peers. Because on one side of the spectrum, you promote independence, you promote taking care of yourself and not being put in a precarious situation where the man has control over the fate of your decisions. So, with the negative connotations spiraling out of control, what you and others have essentially created is Frankenstein's monster. Traditional values require intrinsical attributes to be pushed into the forefront, sacrificing personal selfish needs. In other words, you cannot go into any type of interest pursuit looking at it like everything is supposed to just be handed to you 1010%. You have to work for it. You have to show interest. You have to pursue. You have to give the impression that you're into this or not into it. You have to be a provider, a leader, this, that, that. Do we need to run down the list again? Do we need to go through 100 content creators posts saying the same stuff? What you have, and then what you've basically done, and I'm not saying you specifically, but what has basically happened is they do not want nuclear households. They don't want families. They don't want women to be solved. So the messages that are consistently being promoted and advertised suggest that what they are putting out here on these cameras is a rebellious spirit. It's a spirit of rebellion. It's basically saying we will not be slaves to men. These terms and these words are bad. Ooh, burn them. We don't want this. We don't want to be slaves. We don't. But that's not what any of that shit ever was about. It never meant that. But you have some very crafty individuals who knew how to twist and contort to make it look like we are enemies. when in fact none of us are. So now what you got is women who see it one way, men trying to hold on and fight for it, but it's like, fuck it, man. Like, y'all stuck in y'all ways. This is focus on ourselves. Let's go ahead and get this money and no more chasing. No, we're not doing any of that no more. Why? What's the point? The gratitude isn't equivalent to the requests that are being on display. Why even go through all that? And for what? When you're temporarily here, you're not going to be very involved unless the investment is worth it. Everybody is moving with lack of integrity and temporary foresight. There are men out here that still ask and still would rather do things old-fashioned way. Y'all don't respect that though. You respect it enough for them to do everything, but not respect it enough to return it. We're not moving like that. No, nobody signs up for that type of deal. There's nothing about that shit that is fair or neutral. I know life ain't fair. That's not the point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make is men deserve to be held to a certain level of respect and importance as women are. And until y'all start to realize that and understand the manipulation that is taking place, this is where we're going to end up over and over and over again. So you, of all people, answering this question makes me wonder if you're trolling or not, because I know damn well that your inbox is flooded with men who are respectful and everything. That's why I hate questions like this, because I know damn well when you say that shit, you're referring to men with money. You're not really asking about the real true qualities. Y'all just sprinkle that shit on to make it sound pretty. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I digress, though. What do I know?
Welcome aboard the flight. This is pilot Pusha talking. We going back to Memphis and coming straight from New Orleans. The estimated time of arrival is about an hour, and I can turn your ghost if you try and play with my power. So when you look up and see the sun flashing, stay in your seat. If the flight attendant say you making trouble, then we got beef. The turbulence might get rocky. You better not spill your food.